What's up everyone, this guy here with another crypto video. And in this video I'm going to talk about MultiChain. Was previously known as AnySwap, and why I think MultiChain is a sleeper and why I think it's being undervalued right now. I don't know why, but I'll show you why it's being undervalued. I firmly think that there's a huge potential in this space of multi-chains, cross-chains, bridges. Okay guys? Before I go on to the video, if you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, Minority Thinker, I'm currently at 1.09k subs. Again, thank you for those that subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And with that said and done, let's get to the video. All right, guys. Multi-chains, before is known as AnySwap. Just want to give you a quick backdrop into the story of its basically its merge. AnySwap merged with MultiChain.xyz in essence. So AnySwap basically was just similar to that of a DEX. They do swapping tokens, they do staking and pooling and such. And they did a little bit of bridging as well. So when they basically merged with multi-chains, they're shifting their focus away from DEXs, from swapping, but into infrastructure, into bridges, into cross-chains, and into multi-chains. Because I think the future is going to be multi-chains. Not only myself, but I think the whole crypto space, majority of people think that multi-chains and cross-chain is the future. And I'll show you why in a little bit here. I think there's a massive play here in the investing in infrastructure, investing in bridges, cross-chain, multi-chains. All right. Again, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. This video and all my videos for the purpose of educational and entertainment only. With any investment, DYOR, do your own research before you invest your hard-earned money. All right, guys. Let's get a look at DeFi Llama here. And here's why I think the future is in multi-chains and cross-chains. So basically, back in August of 2020, it's not too long ago, Ethereum controlled 95% of all the values locked. And just a year ago, let's go to February. A year ago, February 9th, Ethereum controlled 93, close to 94% of all the value locked. And fast forward into 1 year, most of that liquidity, the market controlled by Ethereum is less than 60%. So close to 40% has been fleeing or cross-chains into other chains like Phantom, AVAX, Terra, for example. Those are a big one. So they're right. The future is cross-chains. The future is that it's the ability to move your asset from one chain to another. It's huge. And on top of that, Ethereum, the fees in Ethereum is ridiculous. You can't really do any types of transactions there on Ethereum. So that's basically enabling this exodus of liquidity onto other chains. Okay. That's just one example, and there's many other examples as well. So, and what facilitate this exodus and the growth in other chains? Obviously, bridges. And multi-chain is essentially in the DeFi, they're a top dog. They're number one in bridges in all of DeFi. Total volume, 56.3 billion. Total value value locked, over 8 billion. Tokens supported, 1,500, more than 1,500 tokens supported on chains, 32 chains. Okay, let's go into their docs here. 24 hours volume, 306 million. Okay, that's massive. Fees, they're the lowest fee. I believe they're 0.1% fees. But look, almost 137,000 per day. So let's look at per month. It's the money maker here. So volume per month, 19, close to 20 billion. Okay. And fees, 5 million per month. And this number is ever going to be increasing, okay? Because the more and more exodus from Ethereum and onto other chains, multi-chains is in positions to be the bridge of those liquidity asset moving. Let's look at bridges, for example, here. Multi-chain here. Bridges make it the second total value ranking. Okay, and look at the market cap versus total value lock. It's 0.059. What that means, the smaller the number is the undervalue it is. So basically, the market cap is the valuations of a tokens as it compared to the total value lock. Let's say the wrap WPTC here, it's almost a 1-to-1. So the value locked, let's say it's 11.57 billion. The market cap, it's at 11.57 billion. Okay, so it's 1-to-1 ratio. Now, for multi-chain, the ratio is 0.05. So that means it's undervalued compared to the total value lock. So the value locked is actually higher, much higher than that of the market cap valuation per token. Okay? So let's do a quick comparison here and see what I'm talking about. So say multi-chains compared to, say, sushi, for example. So if multi-chains has the same fair market valuations to that of sushi, the price of multi-chain would have been $78.57. So that's almost 3x. Okay. Let me see. Ren. I think Ren is another. See, Ren is another bridge types of protocol. If it's compared to Ren, it would be at $118 market capped ratio to total value. Okay, so that's the reason why I think currently at $25 is a undervalue. It's a sleeper. Along with that, let's look at its future here. Okay, guys. Now, if you can remember, last month in mid of January, or the first part of the new year, Andre Kanye, lead dev for Phantom, launch a VEVE NFT. This is solidly exchange, so launching soon. Solidly allows low cost, near zero slippage trades on an uncorrelated or tightly correlated asset built on Phantom. The protocol incentivizes fees instead of liquidity. So this going to launch here soon. This solidly exchanges. So basically, to sum it up, is VE, vested escrow in the NFT. Basically, a platform or a protocol where you can exchange. You lock your assets, specifically NFTs, I believe. That's what I'm learning, is that you can lock in the vault of NFT, basically moving NFTs, the ability to bridge NFT to cross-chain multi-chains into Phantom, and locked into a vault, and basically utilize the asset as collateral for exchanges. Basically, that's what's missing right now, is the ability. That's what the issues are lacking right now, is the ability to move NFTs and basically utilize its value in the exchanges. So I believe this is the answer for it. So with that backdrop, remember, like about a month ago, they did a launch or a pre-launch snapshot of the total value locked. For Phantom before a certain date that the top 20 or 24 will get the VE NFT tokens. Well, that has been finalized. But the point is that with that announcement of this new token, VE NFT, or they call it now, I think the token is called ROC, but the concept is VE vested escrow NFT, is that it created a buzz where there is massive amount of liquidity. There was a liquidity war between a couple of DAOs. Anyway, it created a massive liquidity shift that catapult Phantom into like I believe the third total value lock at one point, and now it dropped back, but it catapulted them to 12.8 billion total value lock, and that put, I believe, almost second after Terror, I think it was. So now it kind of pulled back a little bit. But what I'm saying is that with that movement of liquidity so much, guess what benefited it? MultiChain. So MultiChain's benefited from that liquidity movement, and also allows it to move that much amount of liquidity to as well. Okay, so any types of movement of massive amount of liquidity, MultiChain's benefits. Okay, so that's just one thing. The second thing I want to point out is that Andre Kanye, aside from the lead dev for Phantom, he's also I believe it is a head of the advisor for MultiChain as well. Because look at this right here. Because look at this. If you go, this is solidly is an open source. You can go to their source code. Again, here's a VE NFT that awarded MultiChain's OX DAO, VE DAO. These are the amount that's awarded for the top. I think it's 24. So it's being awarded already. So again, solidly open source, so you can look at the code. Here is their code, and what I'm seeing here is any swap router. So the backbone of solidly cross chains of these protocols, exchanges, cross chains, cross bridges, the bridges that's going to be used for solidly is MultiChains or AnySwap. So that's huge, guys. So the announcement that had a massive amount of liquidity war, that was just the beginning. Once this actually officially launched, you can only imagine how much liquidity it's going to pour into Phantom, and how much liquidity is going to get bridge over or cross chains over, MultiChains over. Let's give you a context here. Okay, this is Trader View. This is like all time, basically, the chart. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Phantom, AVAX. Let's go to 5 years. Again, 6 months. As you can see, any is MultiChains here. Outperform even if Phantom, outperform AVAX. Obviously outperform the negative of Ethereum. So 3 months outperform. So the past 6 months moving forward until now, It's outperformed these other chains and protocol. All right. So now, how do you play this game? Obviously, multi-chain has a cap max of 100 million tokens. 80 million tokens is it's locked for DAO purposes, and the direction I'm seeing is that it potentially, because right now you just buying on appreciation, nothing more, because the token is not being incentivized via the feeds. There's no rewards. However, there's a couple of play you can play on top of the appreciation. I found that there's on VEVE Finance and Spooky Swap, you can actually stake it on a liquidity farm at 21.63%. You can pair it with Phantom and get the 21.3%. Again, this is a long-term play for price appreciation, as well as the future rewards of feeds that you're going to get. I believe that once infrastructures are in place, the holder of any or a holder of multi will get, aside from voting in the DAOs, but also will get the feeds and rewards into the infrastructure. Okay. But in the meantime, you can do staking and get a little bit of APR here. You can go to Beefy and get a little bit similar. But let me see here. Beefy Finance for the multi. You can stake here 78% APY. It's pretty good. It's not bad. So yeah, you stake it for 78.3%. So there's option for you to stake and get rewards. In the meantime, while you basically long play this token, I believe in the long run, rewards that's coming from the feeds of the bridges feeds, it's gonna basically rewards the token holders, and that's my take on it. So that's it, guys.